Hi, people. Welcome back to Minecraft. This is episode 2. I'm on with Chubbs, Joe, and Leth, aka Danny. So I'm going to join them in the chat as we join the server, and make sure to come check me out on Twitch so that you can see it live when it happens. Okay. What do we got going on today?
Um, everyone's least favorite thing in all of Minecraft.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I'm ready to hear what it is.
Villagers.
Ah, yeah. That's probably what I should work on, too.
I made my baby shoot.
Ah, the baby shoot. That's what the baby shoot means.
I understand now. I thought this was a concentration camp, the way he said it.
No.
It's villagers.
No.
What you... Okay, also
I
that was in
mean-
the first couple minutes of my YouTube video, so rip in pieces there.
Oh, well, I didn't know that people were streaming.
You
What
joined like 2 seconds after I said I was. Okay, we almost make enough bookshelves on the first go.
There we go.
Okay. Need
Thank
one more.
goodness for this fortune diamond shovel I found. Very useful.
What'd you get with it?
Fortune.
Flint?
Incredible.
Is the answer flint?
No,
Flintlock wood.
Or nether wart?
just nether wart.
Yeah, that's not
And it doesn't
Oh,
affect
okay.
nether wart.
Alright. Now I get the exciting task of watching trees grow.
Hell yeah.
'Cause I don't have any bone meal.
Hello, sir.
That should work.
Come on.
Now I just need to acquire the last book, because, I only got enough to make all of the bookshelves, not to make the book for the enchanting table.
That's art.
It's okay, I have a cow farm. Excuse me. Yeah, there we go. We're good.
Leather.
There we go.
Oops.
Bic. Take old CDN. 1 diamond. 2 diamonds, not 2 diamonds. Yeah, that's correct. There we go. Hey, I don't have the thing in my screen anymore.
Yeah, we literally just deleted that data pack.
Oh, poggers.
Because it does
There we go.
next to nothing.
What do we got? What do we got on my boy the diamond pickaxe? Say fortune 3. It's unbreaking 3.
You know, does the recipe book include potions?
Nope.
I'd really appreciate if it did.
Hmm.
Like, I got JEI to do that, but...
I can find you a resource pack that does it.
Meh, I got JEI. It's more of something I think should be a vanilla Minecraft feature.
Yeah, you're right. It should be. It would be very nice. Torches, please. My axe broke. I guess I make a new one of those bad boys. I'll get used to my sorting system one of these days. I just used all my sticks. Big brain. Big brain. There we go. Okay. question is, where do I think villagers would be?
I think I know the answer. Answer? Question mark?
I know the answer,
Yes.
Mr. Gilligan.
It's a village. They'd be in a village.
You may be onto something there. I'll look into it.
Okay.
It's a good start.
Now, where do I find a village? You know how you find a village? Because I do. You look for villagers. You find villagers, you found yourself a village. Alright, let's go.
Found a village at some point.
I need a boat.
There's a couple of them around.
There's like 7 around our house, Joe.
Couple, yeah.
Boat. Alright. Gotta get my Kringer's Frost on locating a village. That's a cool cliff. This is what I get living in a meadow.
Cool cliffs.
Cool cliffs that are extremely cliff-like.
Cool cliff
You would be
update.
surprised to know. Oh, so that issue that I was having with my client crashing whenever I had Streamlabs open and I would alt tab,
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Nice.
I
was
downloaded a
even the
mod that
problem?
allowed Minecraft to go into borderless windowed mode, which greatly reduces the performance, I've heard, but that's not a problem for me. So,
Yeah.
not a good fix for everyone, but not everyone streams also, so it's not the most pressing issue, I can't imagine. There were cows right here. Were because I'm going to kill them all now, but you know.
I do.
What is it you look for? Oh, science.
Good luck, children.
Thank you.
Bees detected. Alright, no village yet. This is more cherry biome. Holy moly. Holy moly. So who's on bed duty right now?
Who's
I
on
can-
first?
I can be on bed duty. I'm right next to it.
Bonkers. That's what I wanted to hear. That someone was gonna do it. There's a bunch of bunnies over here.
You're just gonna have to let me know when I need to use it, because I'm underground right now.
I don't think we have bundles enabled yet, do we?
No.
That's alright. The bunnies
Okay.
live for now. Until I get looting. Then I'll be back for them. I'll be back. That's what the raiders say in mine colonies once you kill them.
Oh,
It's so weird hearing actual out loud voice lines in Minecraft. When you play with mine colonies, it's like
who are
you
you?
just like
Yeah.
walk up to one of your villagers and they just go, "I'm gonna do my best work for you," and you're like, "Okay, thanks." Oh my God, why are you talking? Oh, I thought that was a completed ruined end portal that was lit. I'm like, hello? What is this?
Completed ruined den portal.
It's not. It's
I didn't know Minecraft added ruined end portals.
oh, end portal. I said. Silly me. It's crying obsidian, not nether portal.
It'd be pretty cool to have like
There was that one
ruined.
seed back whenever there were only 3 end portals per world that had a
Mhm.
an ocean monument spawn on all 3 strongholds and just
Ooh,
broke the end portal, so you could not beat the game on that one specific seed.
I just want everyone to appreciate my massive storage room. Once I send it into the chat.
Keep that in mind. Did we get a data pack that increases the number of passive mobs that spawn when passive mobs spawn?
Nope.
Because this is a little ridiculous. This is a little bit ridiculous. There's like a lot of them right there.
I miss cleavers.
I miss modded.
Yep. I want to get to the point where I have all of my stuff built, all of my like armor and tools built, so that I can just start making shit. Focus on building shit. You know?
Ooh, that is nice.
Oh my
John's a-
god, that thing's huge.
I like
I
like
killed
the
a couple trees. I was on
mossy
a. Hmm?
Still carrying a knife and steel.
like the mossy cobble there.
Oh yeah.
Nice touch.
I just did that because I was too lazy to dig up the whole floor, so I was like, I'll just blend this in. Plus, it was taking up storage space, so.
I should be able to get back through there. Actually, why don't I just go back now? Charlie is yelling. Don't know what she's
What's he
yelling
yelling
about.
about?
I have no idea, but she's yelling.
Matt, you'll be living in a 4x3 hole until you find a time where you're the only one on the server to go and create and build yourself a house. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong. He was actually on creative earlier and telling me that, oh, I built a perfect house. I was like, yep.
Matt doesn't have enough motivation to go mining.
I know. He said that he only had 1 diamond, and I was like, well, you give me a heart of the sea and some other stuff, then I'll give you some diamonds.
Bro.
Mans has negative drive and then it shows up with these huge house projects and it's like, yeah, I built this in survival.
With my wooden tools that I have.
My wooden tools.
Last server, Anthony saw his stuff on the console where he would just go in creative and it's just like, uh-huh. Yep.
Interesting.
Could be a nursery.
Woo!
For the babies that have been
Good
shooted.
shot. For when you shoot. I probably shouldn't finish that sentence. How is it that Minecraft is going to be the game that gets me banned from Twitch?
Good
It just
question.
be like that.
It don't always be like that, but sometimes
Is that what therapy looks like when millennials do it?
They did
Don't always
therapy
be that
to a
way.
grape.
They did therapy on a grape. God. That meme makes my brain hurt. I don't like it. They did therapy on a grape.
Some days you're the grape. Some days you're the therapist.
Truly.
ow.
That's truly one of the wisdoms of all time.
It has been said.
It is known.
Mm.
Alright, I think that's a plains biome over there, and if I'm gonna find a village, there's like a 40% chance that it's gonna be in like a regular Minecraft biome, not a Terralith biome, right? So I'm gonna just head over there and look.
No, they spawn in Terralith biomes.
I haven't seen. I have not seen.
There's full-on Terralith style villages.
Yeah. They don't seem to spawn in any of the biomes nearby here. What is up with that?
Skill issue.
Red on my map. Oh, I see. Seeds. Mass
Any?
quantities of
Did
seeds.
you say we have cows?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there another mob we would need?
No.
Chickens. Feathers. Craft
Chickens.
arrows. You can
We
also
have a
buy.
skeleton spawner.
Oh, hey, yeah, that'll work too.
Alright. Well, being as I'm out of food. And I can't eat rotten flesh like last night.
Hasty.
It is very tasty. I imagine it's probably a little tangy.
A little.
A little.
Aged like fine wine.
Oh my goodness. The zombies. You know how to make a good,
Jerky.
jerky. I do really like the mods that let you turn it into something usable.
Can't you give it to
Apparently,
your dog?
yeah, you can.
And I what?
You can feed rotten flesh to your pet.
Yes.
Apparently, one of the core rules of vanilla Minecraft is that rotten potatoes can't do anything. So if you're making like a vanilla plus mod, like a vanilla-esque mod, and you do anything, any crafting recipes that involve the poisonous potato, it's not vanilla plus. So there you
Huh.
go.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was an official style guide for Vanilla Plus. I thought it was just something mod pack creators.
One of the like agreed upon things.
It's so fucking weird. Those turtles. Hey, yo, I got turtles. Crushing turds over here. Perchance.
Okay.
Where are all the villages?
You know
Ah,
what? I can take
that's a
a quick
villager
stop
outpost
through
right
here.
there.
Some little extra bonus food.
Let's just y'all got any allies? You do.
Alloy. Me hoy,
Aloy.
minoy.
I have a ranged weapon now. What the hell am I gonna give these dudes? Sugarcane. That'll help actually.
Oh no, I'm out of run energy.
Run energy. Come on, guys, follow me, please. You're supposed to follow me. Very cool.
Yeah, I did pick up Samuel
No
and
one's
two.
there.
And you get Netherwart from Netherwart block. Or
Nope.
like Crimson. It's still only the fortresses.
Yep.
Hmm.
You're free, Iron Golem. Go get him, champ. Nice grass growing inside your outpost, villagers. Very, very smart stuff. Ooh, bottles of enchanting. 2 potatoes. And 2 arrows that I can use with this crossbow I just got.
Pardon me, sir.
Arr. Ah, shit, that's a banner, man. I gotta go. Come on, allays, come this way. There we go. Come on, guys. Let's get the hell out of here. I got both of you? Yeah. Oh, good. That guy's still coming, too. Cool, I've got a party. The allays are keeping up, the pillager is not. Mission accomplished, boys. Alright. We're gonna take the allays home.
God, I love the tedious task of labeling everything in the storage room.
Better yet, the tedious and expensive task of labeling everything with item frames.
Yeah, that's a little expensive. I don't have that.
Don't have that much leather.
I mean, I have cows at like 49 leather, but I haven't built a bookshelf yet,
That's
so.
not gonna be the correct way to go. Yeah. 49 leather, you said?
Correct.
I think
But
that's
I have.
enough, right? That's enough
That
for a
is
setup.
enough. But I don't have enough sugarcane.
Yeah, that'll do it. What? Oh, they were like right behind one another. You know the cartoon joke where they like turn around when there's someone chasing them and there's only one person standing there and it's like, oh, where'd the other one go? And he just like steps out from behind him, like he was perfectly behind him and they couldn't see him.
You meddling kids.
Precisely. That's what happened with the allays. One of them was directly behind the other one. So I was like, hey, where'd the other one go? And turn around and now there's two of them. It's like, oh, well, that'll do it. That
Do we not have
explains that.
wheat?
I'm about to plant wheat
Oh,
I'm about
okay.
a wheat.
and
Why am I blanking? What are other resources like iron and gold and diamonds and stuff?
copper.
Copper?
Copper, yeah, that's it. That's
Squid, squid, squid. Bonk.
copper, amethyst. I probably spelled that wrong, but I don't care. I know what it means.
Amethyst.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong, but I'm not changing that.
Interesting strategy. Only you will ever be able to use your storage system.
Yeah, that's no one will ever find the amethyst.
Just type everything like one letter off on the keyboard. You'll know what goes there.
Man, I'd never have anyone steal from me.
Whenever I make storage areas in my house, I can never keep exactly straight which one has what in it. So whenever I like look in a chest, it's always like, is this the right one? No. So I end up looking in like 6 chests. It's great.
I think this is plenty of nether wart. It's not like we're going to use potions that much.
You just planted at home.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Well,
Yeah.
Where the hell did the other allay go? Did it get in the boat?
Alley, alley, alley.
and I forgot about sand.
Or is it drowning? Who knows? I'm gonna have to find some way to lock this guy in. I don't have any leads, and I don't have any slime to make leads. So you're gonna get like block contained.
Go slaughter an innocent traitor.
I would happily do that if there were any traders.
I killed one already.
I had
Yeah, I
one
don't-
bother me, but I couldn't find it, and I wasn't bothered to go find him.
Cool.
Mm.
in there. I gotta go find the other one. What the hell happened to you?
Okay, that should be enough. You know, that kind of fucked our
It got me.
staircase.
Or what?
Come on, buddy.
Eh. We already got a jump to use it. What's the worst that can happen?
Ow.
Oh yeah, hey Joe.
Yep.
And right on that pressure plate.
Redstone components. That's what I was missing.
Murder the chat. No.
Do not.
Where are you going? Sugarcane's in here, guys.
Nice. Good setup.
Whoa.
Thank you, Danny, for
Yeah.
putting
Oh,
up.
what the hell?
No, I just gotta wait for these two to, you know,
Where's
make
the
more
other
chip.
LA? Can you guys, like...
You can press tab. Or wait, are you using zeros?
I am. I'm aware. They're just, like, flying all over the place. I can't get them both in one spot. Okay, I got him. Mission accomplished. I now have an LA brick in my house.
Alright.
In here.
Yeah, I think
I
I'm
have a
gonna dig-
Bane 4 golden axe.
rip them spiders there.
Yeah, seriously. If I ever fucking use it.
How long do you think it'll be before we fight the Ender Dragon?
It's gonna be a while. A few months.
Mm,
Because then everyone's gonna want to, like, fight him. And then we gotta wait for everyone's schedule to line up. And that takes a while.
okay. I guess I will set this up such that it's an XP farm then.
Guardians.
What do you- Oh, the Guardian farms are a pain to set up.
They're not
Yeah, no,
that
no
bad.
thanks.
Oh god, I
I'll
did
do
a
it.
guardian. I did a Guardian XP farm, like, the second server that we did. I'm never doing that again.
I'm gonna have to set mine up to be able to turn off in case it, like, destroys the server's performance.
Oh, are you doing another one of the? Oh no.
Yeah, it could be bad. It could be bad.
Do creepers do damage now?
Because
Ah,
Are we just-
Jesus.
I can't be bothered.
Alright.
Every time I'm on, I'm playing. I'm fixing the fucking data pack that I didn't want to get in the first place.
Oh, what's another one?
The one that makes them do nothing?
Yup.
Sterilizes
Yeah.
a creeper.
I'm forgetting one. What's another monster drop? I got rotten flesh, gunpowder, bones, slime, string.
Arrows.
Spider eye.
No, spider eyes is string.
Carrots,
Carrot potato.
you know.
Blue eyes
Iron
and carrot
ingot.
potato.
No, I got the crops on the other side of the room. It'll just be blank. It's fine. I think I have enough to start sorting. Ooh, I need a wool and
What was
leather.
that?
Oh, I forgot my pool
Why
wall.
is reversing with the boat so slow? Wouldn't it be just as fast as going forward? It's a rowboat. Just wanted to peek through there. Took me like way, way longer to go back. I'm like, hello? I could just row in the opposite direction? The one thing I could do better than Minecraft, Steve. Row a boat backwards.
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
It's
Really
the
is.
easier way to do it. It's nighttime, by the way.
Oh,
How
I
far does
gotcha.
water flow again?
far as what?
How far does water flow?
8 blocks.
Yep.
That is the source block and then 7 more, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I have too much storage, but that's okay.
Villagers.
Where's my boat? I'm always losing my boat.
Water. Tasty and good for you.
Water, yeah.
This message brought to you by Big Water. Me getting sponsored by Nestle.
I feel like that's a sponsorship you turned down.
I am not in a position to turn down sponsorships at the moment.
Fair.
Also, it means they give me money, which means they have less.
Yeah, that is true.
Capitalism.
See, I don't have to condone their actions. All I have to do is say, man, this Nesquik milkshake really tastes fucking good. I don't have to say, Nestle really should be out here, you know, seizing water sources in Africa from their villages and selling it back to them at extremely high prices. Like, nah, I can just be like, Nesquik, tasty. Now, if I was being sponsored to condone their actions, I might turn that down. Because that would be a public relations nightmare. You know, that would probably dunk my streaming career directly in the trash right from the start.
I got a jar of dirt.
Yo. Yo ho ho, I say.
One of these days, I'm just gonna get a jar. I'm gonna put some dirt in it, and I'm just gonna put it on the shelf, so I can tell everyone I have a jar of dirt.
No, you call that a biosphere.
Wow. Jack Sparrow was doing it before it was cool.
Truly.
What a guy. Bucket.
Phone. What do you have to tell me? Twitch mobile dashboard. I don't need that, but thank you. Oh, is that a fortified village? Oh my
Oh,
fuck. Holy
deep.
shit. That's a lot of villagers. I pressed tab to look at the map and there's just like a fucking a bingle of them. A whole entire bingle. Ooh, a baked potato. And watermelon. And a steak. Oh my god. These villagers are rich.
Oh, just wait. You haven't found any of the good chests yet.
That's correct. I don't have inventory space for half of this stuff, but I'm gonna try to take it anyways.
Joe also missed the good chest when he raided a fortified village.
Yeah.
Do I need 3 buckets of milk? I don't need half of this shit. I'm just gonna leave, like, the raw meat here. Worry about that later. And honestly, probably the eggs and the cookies. And the water bottles. I'll take the honey bottle.
Oh, I forgot about Tough. I need to mark a chest for Tough.
I need.
You need a Top's chest? You've got more than one? Damn.
I can hear the gear
Uh,
turning.
that was good. That was good.
More than one, like at the same time.
Oh, Jesus Christ, get me out of the boat, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Where's my signs? Oh,
Ammo.
they're there.
I'm stealing a bed. Yoink.
Oh no, where are the villagers going to sleep at night?
Yoink. The sleep zone.
I guess the kids are just gonna have to sleep in the dirt, like animals.
You didn't grow up sleeping in the dirt?
Damn, that was the saddest thing I ever heard.
No.
Looks at my Eagle
Exaggeration.
Scout award.
Oh,
Thinks very
yeah.
carefully. Well, when you put it like that, makes
Can I
it
offer
sound
you-
unpleasant.
Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Did I look in this chest?
Big.
Cool. Well, I found what I'm looking for. It's just a matter of getting all the way out here twice. That's not
You
the door.
find what you're looking for.
I mean, if you built a minecart, right? Assist.
Danny. Danny, it's 1,400 blocks.
Yeah, that's about as far as I lugged 2 cows with wheat.
And byproduct.
Have you considered that I need to boat them?
Yeah, go in that fort.
Holy fucking bingo. Ass of diamonds.
I told you hadn't found the good chest.
Scaffolding. An anvil. Can I mine this with an... I'm gonna not risk it.
You need iron.
You can.
Can you?
No, I don't know what pickaxe he's using.
Stone.
I had a stone pickaxe. I remember this structure from Vault Hunters. This is what Captain Sparkles lived in.
It's also what H-Bomb lived in.
Nifty.
Because they're really good structures.
Cobwebs.
Cake.
Oh. Power 1 bow. I'll be honest, I'm not taking that. Not Power 1 bow. Power 1
Oh,
enchanted bow.
Yeah. Does it replace the crossbow that's on 2 durability?
It's not 2, it's at 65. Which, by the way, I don't even have that many arrows, so it's not like I could break it.
But the fact that you had to check both the durability and the arrows.
Oh, never mind. Found some good shit. Be
Oh, did
gone
you
with
find the
the...
archery tower? There you go, you found the archery tower.
I'd like to take the string, but that'd be my last inventory slot. It's the first to go. When I find more cool shit. Actually,
Can't
hang
you
on.
just take down the cobwebs?
I kind of want the cobwebs.
For what?
I don't know. They're useful for things and stuff.
Oh, you can combine. Don't you have 9 nuggets there?
Oh, you're right, but I don't have any ingots, so it doesn't matter.
Fair. If you
If I
find
get
it,
iron ingots, then it'll matter.
I need some chicken nuggets.
Don't we all?
Cruelly.
I feel like 9 iron nuggets can be pretty low on the list.
Yeah, you are correct.
Because you are still missing a couple chests. Just keep going around the walls and stuff. There's a couple more, I believe.
This is the
Oh,
one I
man.
was just up in, right?
Yeah.
Been down here. Nothing there.
Man. Oh, man.
Aw, man.
There's also a lot of scaffolding.
I have bamboo.
Fair. I might
Okay.
snag a bit of bamboo.
Oh, there's a barrel up there. Hang on.
There's the bear
Steak.
over there.
Barrels don't always have things in them.
Barrel over there.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? It did. I love talking to Spencer in real time, but watching him stream in like minutes, probably like 45-second delay.
Is it really that bad? I don't think it should be.
You just shut the door.
Damn.
You just went to the target blocks.
Oh my god. That's a lot further than I thought it was. I think I have it set to like 1.
You walked around in that circle again.
That's what I do.
Dang, that's tough.
Did you find some tough?
I found some tough.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's a big house.
Big.
This house is big. I'll keep that in mind. Oh my god. That's a lot of bees. Where's the
There's a
fucking
bee.
door? There we are.
It was on the front side that you ran by.
The front, you say, as if I wasn't spending the entire time around the house looking for the front.
It was the first thing you walked past.
Big,
It was
man.
on. It was on your screen when you were going. Ooh, what in that big house?
36 gunpowder. I can do a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
It's a lot of damage.
Okay.
That'd be a nice house to live in.
It is nighttime, and I would like to steal a villager.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you. I can come back and loot more at another time. As it is right now, I need villager.
Oh. Oh, right, you don't do any damage, you just waste durability.
What are you talking about?
Creepers.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. This guy's in here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Because you're gonna cause me problems if I don't get rid of the job block.
I'll get a couple
So
leaves
you need to
and then leave.
stop jumping. You need to stop jumping. Go that way.
Hello.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna break these, so. Straight shot to water. Good. I love waiting for villagers.
Hey Joe,
Hey, yeah.
what 2 crops do we want to farm for emeralds? Out of potatoes, carrots, and wheat.
Potatoes are definitely a good idea because they drop multiple per crop. And then wheat is good for the
Okay,
house.
so potatoes and wheat.
What
Yeah.
are you doing? My man. There you go.
My man.
My man.
My friend named Jack.
I love whenever people say my man like Denzel Washington.
My man.
My man.
Hey John.
Hmm.
You want to play football?
I don't know what that means.
You want to play football?
I don't think so.
Coach Washington?
That's funny. I get what you
One
mean
just
there.
has a natural
Knowledge.
fear of Danny and their shenanigans.
I do. I was like, what does this mean? Is he here? Where's Danny? Gravel.
Alright. Next up
Sand.
is the fun part. Get the man to my house.
Man.
The man. You
Jesus
could be
Christ.
looking left, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Does it matter between carrots and potatoes?
They sell for the
Wait.
same. But if you're gonna eat them, then potatoes are better for early game and carrots are better for late game.
Would be cool. If you can
I
make
mean,
magma blocks into magma cream.
I mean, ideally we'd be just trading for golden carrots here.
Yeah.
So does it? Do you care, Joe? Do we have carrots?
We have carrots, yes. But no, I don't care.
Could say that
never
you
mind.
I
don't care
don't
at all.
care rot.
The next trade I got was wheat and potatoes.
Damn. Can't cure yourself from influenza. I'm going to continue making that joke, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
But don't worry, I make the same joke over and over and over and over and over again.
You wake up in the
I
morning.
am compelled.
Joe, I just realized that that skeleton farm is actually like productive for what you need to do, huh?
Yeah.
Because you need the white dye. Yeah, I wouldn't even think of that. I was just thinking skeleton farm good.
Yeah.
Skeleton
don't
farm
even
thumbs
know.
up.
I don't even know if that will end up happening before the server runs its lifespan. I hope so, but you know how
What are you trying
Minecraft
to make?
servers are. A lot.
Don't worry about it.
Hint.
Willing to divulge or not?
Not yet.
Understandable.
It's funnier if not.
Yeah. Fortunately, it takes ages.
But once we get moving.
Yeah.
We could probably speed up the cow farm.
No need.
Okay.
But yeah,
I mean, the cow farm would be good for food.
that's not what I meant.
I'm unsure what you meant.
Lowers glasses, raises eyebrows.
Oh! I had not even considered that.
Yup.
Yeah, no. Every time I think about it, this project's more and more expensive.
I mean, we're already halfway to that one.
Yeah.
Alright, bud. I've made it home. Now I gotta get him up there.
Do you need some soul sand?
No, I can go get soul sand. I need this squid to not shove the villager into the hole. Excuse me, good sir.
All things considered, I'm probably the night after I set up.
Yeah.
What time is it? Oof,
It's
yep.
midnight. Mid-noon.
I work
Yeah,
the big issue.
I don't work till 4 tomorrow, but I'm still gonna get off at 4 at like 12:30.
At 4.
Nope, not
Me
well.
getting off at 4. Realistically, that's something I could do, but I probably won't. So it's not going to be as long as episode 1.
Copper.
Oh god, I don't have enough room in my agricultural chest to cram all this stuff.
I would like to get all this sorted by tonight, but I don't know if that's gonna be able to be possible.
Oh, hold on. How deep am I? What level does Bedrock start again?
Like,
Negative 59?
Oh god, I am gonna run into Bedrock. Aren't I? How deep do I need to go? Oh, 10 by 10? Let's see. And I'm currently 5.
Did I get any
Okay,
soul
no,
sand?
I'll be fine.
I was to say, how low down is that skeleton farm?
Negative. The skeleton farm 37.
If you need to, you can send them up using soul sand
Oh, yeah.
if it's an issue.
It's usually what I end up doing.
Should be fine.
Okay, I've started the wheat farm. And I will start the
Wheat?
potato farm as well.
Oh, but I'm gonna have to light everything up.
Oh shit. And emeralds.
Emerald.
How far in is this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're not starting at the potato because I don't feel like setting all the water up. So
9.
I know, fair.
Yeah.
just set that there. Discard the things people would need. Okay. I'm off.
Audio.
Good night.
Good
Thank
night.
you for the session.
Of course. Should be an interesting follow-up.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm getting to finally use a scene that I have tried to put in so many campaigns.
Nice.
Love it when that happens.
We get teleported to Eberron.
Yeah, this part was not part of the Eberron campaign. Because it just didn't fit there at all. But
I want sleep. Yay.
no.
I do not want to. We don't need beetroot. Because we want double deep slate, don't we?
Yes.
I thought you just said Trump deep slate.
Rubbled.
Good night.
Rubble.
Good night.
Good night. If I put carpet here, did they ever change the fact that villagers can't walk over a 2-block high gap with carpet?
Huh?
Did they ever change the fact that villagers can't walk over a 2-block high gap with carpet in it?
I have no clue.
Huh. Hey, you idiot. Don't do that.
I
My
really
bad.
have not played consistently since 1.7.10.
Dear Lord.
That was the last big modding. After, like, well, not the last big modding, but
And now I go back. Yay. The foliage. Danny's still here.
Is he? He is.
Yeah, they're in there.
I wonder if he knows.
Not sure. I
Hmm.
imagine they do not.
I have a force of habit of every time I log off, I forget to end the call, and I just like stand there until I get back on.
Yeah, that's a fun one, isn't it?
there we go. I was about to DM them.
So you know the Reddit blackout?
Yeah.
I have been working to avoid Reddit.
Same here. It's made me a lot more productive, actually. It's a good
Yeah,
thing.
What happened with Reddit?
they're making API changes.
Reddit's making bad changes,
Yeah,
and
bad.
a lot of subs are saying, hey, we need you to not do that so we can properly moderate the subreddits.
Without hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So a bunch of subs are going completely private
Yeah.
for like 3 whole days.
Rip.
Yeah. So I've started editing my clips a little more heavily from my Twitch streams. So I go through and manually by myself watch all of my streams so that I can take the funny moments out and clip them and
Why would you
then
remove that?
upload them to my YouTube and my TikTok.
Interesting. I stream a little bit, but like I don't really do it consistently. I just do it whenever I'm bored.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Mhm.
Like, but then like no one watches it, so I don't really have anyone to talk to. So I'm like just sitting there.
I have one regular viewer.
Nice.
Yeah, he's from Poland. So if I don't stream at the right time, he just doesn't show up. Which makes sense. Like
Yeah.
this isn't when I'd like to stream. I'd like to stream between like 3 and 10. And it's
It's a
currently
good
quarter
thing.
after
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah, it's late.
I
This
wanted to
might be my
stream.
last.
Hmm?
I was just gonna say this might be my last, load that I'm unloading into my storage system, and then I'm going to bed.
Yeah. I what the hell was I gonna say?
I know something about your stream, the Poland guy.
Oh, I was gonna stream earlier today. Analytics tell me that my favorite game to play on stream, Rain World, does better on Mondays at 3 o'clock for some reason.
Interesting.
So that's when I
That
was
is
gonna
interesting.
stream. I was gonna do that earlier, but then my 5 hour long video from yesterday didn't finish uploading to YouTube until like I don't know. I don't remember what time it finished. It was like almost 5. No, I think it was around 4.
Yeah. I don't know, like for me, it's just like a hobby. Like I know like other people, it's their job, but they also have like sponsorships, and it started out
Yeah.
as only a hobby.
Yeah.
My roommate's brother though, apparently he's gonna be rooming with us next year.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a whole story with them too, but I'm still stuck with them. But that's besides the point. Anyways, um, he is under the impression that he can make a full living off of just streaming. Like he doesn't want to go to college. He just wants to stream. I'm like, my guy,
Yeah.
the streaming is just supposed to be a hobby unless it turns into like
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
it turns into a career, usually those have like, you know,
they
a
have
limit.
yeah, they have like a
Yeah.
legitimate job or like at least a part-time job.
Like if you are getting all of your like content creation income from just like sponsorships and ad revenue on like videos, you're like not doing too well financially speaking. You need to be like selling merch and like getting brand deals and like all kinds of shit like that to be making a good profit on it in any way.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
even like a big YouTuber like PewDiePie, like whenever he was still pretty big, but he wasn't like, 50 million subscribers big. He said that he had like a part-time job like parking boats for people. But he said, "Yeah, don't quit your job just to be a streamer because that's how like
Yeah.
people get into like this mess."
Yeah, no. I'm streaming because I can't fucking get a job.
No, the job market's a mess.
Job market's horrible. I could
I
sit here for as long as I stream and apply to jobs, and I would hear back from one, and it would be a rejection. And I'd be
I,
like, okay, thanks, cool.
Honestly, I really appreciate when they reply.
Yeah,
I hear you. Like,
getting a response of any kind is 10 times better than just what 90% of companies do, which is just ghost you. It's like, oh, thanks.
whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, well, there's plenty of jobs out there," I mean, the COVID ruined jobs, and now people just don't want to work. It's like, then
There's
why?
plenty
I
of minimum wage jobs.
That's what I'm saying, and it's
Yeah,
like
plenty of minimum wage jobs that I need 3 of to
Yeah, you
keep up
can
with my
starve
student
on
loan
them.
payments.
these like guys that say, or these companies or whatever, who say they want people with like degrees. They also want people with experience and not fresh out of
Yeah,
college. And it's like,
yeah, no. The reason that I never managed to start my career is because my internship phase of my college would have been 2020.
Dang.
Yeah. 2020 was not a good year for the job market, as you may
no,
remember.
it's not.
So I got rip in pieces, and I never got an internship for my college. And as a result, didn't have any field experience in my career to put on my
Mhm.
resume. And then Bob's your uncle. No job.
Jesus Christ! I just said that was my last load that I was gonna do, and I just got another
What
load of
time of day
stuff.
is it? Could you stay on until nighttime? It's like 1 to 2 minutes. Because I'm gonna need a sleep.
Yeah.
A small sleeve.
A little EBDB.
Let me get to my
Mipsililele.
bed. Can only sleep
Mipsalili.
at night. It is night.
Sun, it reaches the horizon. Mipsalele is EBDB and needies to sleepy.
Needs to falafel asleep.
This
Truly.
game, this game isn't realistic. It doesn't let me take a nap.
Truly. Where's my daybed?
I do think there should be something that, like, lets you take a small sleep.
Snooze. Power nap.
I guess there's nothing really useful in base Minecraft to that effect.
Make it nighttime. Spawn mobs.
Oh, yeah.
What if, like, whenever you woke up, you weren't hungry, or you're like refreshed or whatever?
Yes, I eat that.
I eat that.
I eat at least 3 mattresses every month.
Damn, that is an expensive diet.
I am solely keeping Mattress Factory open. I'm the reason they
Truly.
have so many.
You're the reason that they aren't a shill business.
Okay,
Whatever the fuck the theory is.
who else thinks that the mattress is just a front for something happening in the back?
I believe the real reason they're like that is because it's really cost effective to sell a mattress. Like, they are not expensive at all to make.
Yeah.
And they make a lot of money on each mattress sale.
So they can literally just
So-
sit there.
Yeah, so it's more of an effective strategy to buy up as much land as possible to keep out competitors.
Yeah. Which is kind of absurd.
Yeah.
Who just grows up one day and just decides to be a mattress salesman? Or like, all right, I know what I want to do with my life. And then
One
they're
day,
just-
kiddo, all of these mattresses will be yours.
But Dad, I want to be a dentist.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man. Imagine take your child to work day. That is just sad.
You'd probably
tell
be
them to
able to
sleep.
just, yeah, you'd be able to just have them, you know, spend
Would be
most of the day.
other than an like embalmist or like a funeral director. What would be like the worst take your child to work day job?
Pizza delivery man.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
That would be pretty bad.
Solely because pizza delivery man is the most dangerous job in America.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's statistics on that?
Yeah, think about it. You are the guy who drives out in the night to people's houses and carries money on you. Yeah, most
Oh,
expensive job in
yeah,
America.
that would make sense.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Like, I live in a pretty rural area. Like, no. Nah, I'd rather be unemployed than work pizza delivery.
You might as well be unemployed and
Yeah,
work pizza delivery for as much as they pay.
risk my life every shift for minimum wage. No thanks.
And then
Hey,
ruin
you
your
might get
car
like,
going over every pothole.
Yeah.
oh, hello, Mr. Skeleton.
Okay, I need to make a place for villagers. Villagers.
Okay.
Alright, I just need to put these chests away, and it looks like I am off for the night.
How far is the drop supposed to be?
Are you like making it like an XP farm or like
I was
automatic?
gonna put in fence gates.
23 blocks, isn't it?
Well, it's 21 if you want them to be one hit, but like further than that, like 23 will kill them
Alright.
instantly.
It
Or kill
will.
them on impact.
Interesting.
Alright. That's good to know.
Apparently I just don't know how to count them. Or do math.
I just built
Because
my zombie farm and I know it was like 21 blocks.
like, it's... What, 4? 4 blocks until you take damage, and then every block is 1 heart of damage? Or
Yeah,
no,
something like that.
every block is half a heart of damage. So it's... I thought it was 24 blocks to kill something with 10 hearts.
I don't know. I just know that I made mine 21 blocks and I hit them and they go down in one shot. So
You use a
Were you
sword.
hitting them with a sword?
Yeah,
yeah,
that'll do it. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's 23, but if they happen to have enough space to jump at the top of the thing before they fall down, they might jump right before they get pushed off and take an extra piece of damage and die.
It's slightly inefficient. It's slightly inefficient.
Yeah.
alright. Well, it's been fun. I'm gonna hop off, boys.
Nighty.
Probably go. I'm just gonna dig this pit. See if it works.
Are you also feeling the EBDB sleepiness?
Yeah.
Damn.
But I got a pit to dig.
I'm gonna be entertaining my own audience tonight. I don't know how to do that.
What I do is I just talk to myself.
That's what YouTube needs. More hours of me talking to myself.
I make a lot of people who are anxious more anxious because I really like to pace around and just like have a good think.
Yep. I am familiar. I am a sturgeon.
Okay, that's 12, 13. Oh god, I am gonna have to deal with bedrock.
Disgusting.
Maybe I can continue to convince.
Oh, hey, is it because it's like above the
Yeah,
flat area? You can just get someone who has admin commands to flatten it.
yeah. And he has admin commands.
Yep. So
So,
next time Danny's on, be like, hey, go down to the mines. As long as the chunks are loaded, it should work.
yeah.
Like the chunks around Danny. I'm not exactly certain how it works. It doesn't seem all that clear.
And worst case scenario, we can find some way to destroy bedrock. Or if push comes to shove, just have Danny go in creative and just punch the bedrock.
Yeah. Punch the rock. You need like what? 2 pieces of TNT and a piston.
Oh, yeah, that'll work too.
It's like a piston, 2 pieces of TNT, a weirdly placed lever, and then a trapdoor. Does it? I think.
I remember watching a video on it a while ago. I'll just have to rewatch.
It just takes more than one go sometimes, which is fun. I love
Yeah.
wasting TNT.
I mean, gunpowder is easy to get when the creeper's no damage.
Gunpowder's
We live in a
easy.
desert. Huh?
Gunpowder's cheap when the creepers are free.
Like,
We're gonna put the entrance somewhere. One of the places. You know how it is.
do I make
3.
an auto clicker to hold the left mouse button for me?
Oh.
I think I might just do that. Just to rest my wrist a little bit.
Just spam the button.
Yeah. Come on.
I think I already have an auto clicker installed.
Yeah.
They're very handy.
They are nice.
Put carpet there. I should replace the floor, so I'll do these 2 blocks here with wood. Oh, that was the wood. Big brain. Like that. Now I just... Oopsie. Okay. I think this is close enough to where the villagers are that I can probably build a soul sand elevator. I think there's near enough kelp for me to do it. So that shouldn't be a problem. Then I just get the dudes that sell like diamond armor and shit. Nope, not like that. Eight. Should be enough. 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that should be exactly enough. Well, actually, should be just a little over because I already had enough, supposedly. Or I had started using it. Whatever. It'll work itself out. Ah, look at that. That's
Oh,
exactly how
never
much
mind.
I thought I'd have left.
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear Charlie. She's napping in her cat tree. The little cutie. How you doing in there? She's like, you woke me up. I'll kill you in your sleep tonight.
Our cats are always the one waking us up.
True. Might as well just
Uh,
return the favor.
I always, uh,
Thought I would
I always
have
hear
that.
mine like ripping up the carpet to try and get in. It's how they like knock at our doors effectively.
Excuse me,
They just,
property damage.
yeah,
I'm
they're
here.
like, this will get their attention.
Oh, they're right. Ouch. That's to keep babies in. I'm gonna move the doors to the outside. Like so.
At buy time.
Have a good EBDB time.
Oh no, not for me. It was, I don't know why I said that.
You're EBDBing me. Nice knowing you guys.
I guess I.
Nice knowing the nobody in my chat.
Yeah. Ugh. No, I still got a ways to dig through all this deep slate. Is that
Deep
what?
slate
Yeah,
digging is
that's what it's
fun.
called.
Super fun, you know?
Oh yeah.
Did I lose anything?
I already killed one diamond pick.
God damn. Some people really do be out here like, yes, diamonds are expendable.
They are. The way
Anyway,
I see it, the way I see it, um, the servers have a lifespan. The more people on them, the longer they last, for sure.
yeah.
But I'm not gonna be saving up my diamonds. You know, gonna be
Yeah.
lasting. I don't know, months.
It's a reasonable outlook to have, I guess.
Yeah.
I miss having backpacks.
Yeah. Honestly, I just miss. What I like most from modded is it gives me a like nice goal.
Yeah. Can be like, I want to do this mod
Yeah.
today. Okay.
Without that, it's more of just me. I guess I'm doing this weird bullshit.
I guess I'm arbitrarily doing things now.
Yeah.
For no real reason.
And that was a ton of fun when Minecraft first came out.
Yeah,
You know,
I do.
just a little.
Just a little hanging around, being a funny little guy.
Yeah.
Okay. I should probably eat that last mutton chop. Okay, now I gotta go get soul sand to bring the boys up. Me and the boys ascending. With Gorb.
Gotta love Gorb.
Sometimes I forget I'm a Hollow Knight champ and I can freely make Hollow Knight references anytime I want. Okay, soul sand. Where? I'm gonna go on a long ass journey for soul sand now, I guess.
It's such a great game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I understand they just pushed Silksong back, but I'm glad that they were planning on releasing it
Yeah,
in June.
at least they weren't just not gonna not like release it and then not tell us anything about it.
Yeah.
It's nice that they actually came out and were like, "Hey, that's actually not gonna happen," and weren't just like release it in September and then say, "Yeah, we were never planning on releasing it in June." That would suck.
Yeah.
So at least we know, they were actually gonna do it. It's actually almost done.
Yeah. I figured it would be like in a while in
Yeah,
production.
they've got more money now, so like,
I'm guessing that it was just a, oh, we have more money, we can, spend a lot of time, you
yeah,
know.
what the heck? Where's my pathway? Oh, it's up there. Here's my torch. That's what it's here for. Yeah,
That is magic.
it's like they did so well the first time, right?
Uh-huh.
So what are we gonna do? Go, no, you can't have time to make the game really good. That's
Yeah.
not allowed. Like, yeah, we want the game, but we also know it's, Team Cherry. The people who were indie developers once and still made a fantastic, widely beloved game. So, like,
Yeah. I wonder how much, you know,
I can't wait to find the secret way to kill every single NPC.
yeah. I'm
I
sure
still.
there will be a lot of lore
Oh,
that
yeah.
they'll just be expanding upon. It'll be fun.
I hope there's more worms.
That would be neat.
Worms have a lot of untapped potential, methinks. It'd be cool to get to fight one.
Do you think there will be any recurring characters?
We might get Cornifer Zelda.
Ooh, yeah, I think we could. I feel like they might. Is it supposed to be before or after?
I
Do we
think
know that?
after. I think it's supposed to be after.
That makes sense.
Team Cherry doesn't seem like the type of developers to leave the ending of a game predetermined before they write the game. So, assuming
We
that the
can
game
do it.
has multiple endings, I can't imagine it'll be before Hollow Knight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, like, they can just be non-specific with what ending you got in Hollow Knight, right? Well, they have, like,
Mm-hmm.
the true ending, right? That's the, what, Dream No More, is that right?
I don't know. I know it's the one that's like the hardest to get.
No, that's the true ending, I think, is the you fight regular Radiance.
Oh, it's not with Godhelm.
No, it's
Makes
not.
sense.
The Godhome one is like the you get to this is the DLC where you get to go into the Hall of Bosses and fight all the bosses. Like,
Yeah.
and here's a fun challenge you can do alongside that. Like, Hall of Gods always felt like DLC content to me.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, I could see us seeing Ogrim.
Yeah. That seems distinctly possible.
If it was a prequel, I could see us seeing some of the other knights.
That would be cool. Okay, what's the coordinates here? I got 5198. Time to type in chat. 5198, comma, 62, comma, negative 3655. the exact coordinates of my 2 villagers. If you can get here before I get rid of them, you can have them.
We have a whole villager's farm already. Can he set it up?
I was pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
That was fun. 5198. Honestly, it's pretty close to inside this building. Oh. Yeah. It's pretty much 2 blocks away. So I can just dig back 2 blocks and build an elevator there. And it should show up right in the corner.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna
5200.
need more fence gates.
Okay,
But
actually, I'll just...
gonna need...
yeah,
Actually, wait a minute.
I've got enough durability for that. It's the part where I put a water bucket off it.
Oh, I miss trees that instantly break when you... Or axes that insta-break trees.
Oh, yeah. We'll get back to that. You, hang on.
Uh-huh.
Are you telling me that you didn't sleep before now?
Yeah.
That's
I
incredible.
just made a respawn point.
That's genuinely incredible. Okay, it should be right here. Oh,
I only slept because I happened to be in the overworld and a phantom spawned, and I was like, oh, huh, I should do something about that.
You only slept because you're feeling a little EBDB. Okay, I can now use water bucket tech to get out.
You can now play as Luigi.
Green Mario. That's mine and Amaranda's current helmet is Bowser and
Mario and
Luigi.
Luigi. Oh,
This is super easy.
hmm. Do I want to get... I should probably get 3 more diamonds to make a 3rd diamond pick before this one breaks.
So did you
If
know
I
you can
do...
actually swim down against bubble currents?
Oh,
You can
I did
mute the
not.
current. You have to hold crouch, and you have to be sprint swimming down.
That's weird.
Which means holding, in my case, shift and control. And W.
I changed sprint to T and changed talk to G. Just
Interesting.
it's just easier for me. Just
I gotta say, I
have
haven't
sprint.
heard that control scheme before.
I think it's an only me control scheme.
That sounds like a Joan Lee type of deal.
Yeah. It works.
I mean, if it works, you know.
I just don't want to use my pinky ever. I mean, I use it for shift. I'm not like Mumbo with the claw.
Claw tech. We have
You
the
know about
technology.
that, right?
I don't.
You know. Oh, he has some weird setup where he presses like shift with like one of his like 4 fingers or something weird.
But
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, let me...
kelp, right? Maybe I gave it all to Amaranth. Shoot. Nearest kelp to me? Oh, good lord. That could be quite some distance. I think there's some over here. I think that's ocean. I should be able to
Oh,
manage
he
that.
presses shift with his thumb.
Keep... What?
Hold on. I'm getting the
Wait,
image once I'm...
does he hit A with his pinky?
I don't know.
Oh
I
my
can't
god,
even
that
tell from this
hurts.
picture.
Oh, that hurts. That like cramps my hand so bad. That's the most
Here it
insane
is.
shit I've ever heard.
This
Like,
is the picture he posted to his Twitter.
okay. Okay, I see. Wait, does he just use one finger for all of the directional controls?
I have no idea.
I thought this was just gonna be a case of I have huge hands, and
No,
so
it's a
I get
case
the
of
advantage of being able to. Oh my god, it's horrifying.
the claw.
It's so horrible.
Yeah,
Oh,
no. Not a clue how he does that.
oh. I might have to download that picture to put in my stream. Okay. I gotta go get me some fucking kelp. Let's move. It's kelp time, baby. My boat is down there, so I guess I'm flipping it because I don't feel like crafting a new one.
I almost always keep wood on me just to, like,
Just
craft
for boat.
random shit like that.
Just for boat.
Small
Just for
price to
boating,
pay for
if you will.
boating around.
Me when I'm boating.
Hey, I'm boating here.
I'm boating here. I use that way too much. That's what I named my first episode, except it was I'm walking here. Yeah, because like 3/4, no, I'd say closer to 2/3 of the first episode was running. You know,
I,
like
yeah,
we're walking around aimlessly, then we're walking to find Matt, then we're walking to find the cherry biome, and it's like, Lord, we're walking here. So that's what I named the episode. We're walking here.
walking is why I just was like, I'll get to Danny's eventually. Why not get diamonds first? You know?
Yeah, I usually just
Eh,
mine once I get where I'm going.
nah. I
Reasonable.
I've I really like the Caves and Cliff update because I just hate strip mining. So it's so much
It's reasonable.
easier and more enjoyable for me to just find a cave, get lost, come out when I'm starving to death.
Me whenever, me when I'm playing Skyrim. It's easier to just start playing Skyrim, wander around for like 14 hours, and then come out of my office when I'm starving to death.
Yeah, pretty much. Skyrim will really do that to you.
Cruelly. Did you pick up Rain World?
I have not. It's still not on sale.
Damn. 'Cause I'm thinking about once I finish my Saint series,
Mm-hmm.
which is the last Slugcat before the broken one that's terrible, that I have started playing personally.
Uh-huh.
Um, once I finish Saint, I'm thinking randomizers, first of all, which you've seen me use before. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
But second of all, with other people,
That sounds like it could be fun.
co-op with randomizers. Co-op in general would just be fun.
I don't know when the Steam summer sale is. I
I don't
believe
know
it's
either.
it's late.
Yeah, I think it's usually July.
Yeah. But it's in my wish list. I'll get a notification if it gets a, like,
Huge.
you know.
Well, I mean, that would just be to get yourself personal experience, right? Because, like, it's Steam Play Together. It's remote play together.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to, we already can. But that's irrelevant.
Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who have I played with? Have I played with you?
Yes.
I thought so.
We did that once.
Yeah, one time. I've played with you and I've played with Danny. There's room for up
Perhaps
to
you haven't
4 people.
convinced Matt to play.
Oh, I probably could. I just haven't, actually tried.
Yeah.
I haven't been in like there's only 3 saves, right? There's
Oh,
only
yeah.
3 saves in one game. So I've got you on one, Danny on another, and I have not committed to using my main my main Twitch save for multiplayer yet.
Personal.
Yeah. So like
Okay.
I did use it for one personal thing. I went and got like the cool endings for the 2 easy characters.
Mm-hmm.
Because you need to have completed Gourmand's quest to do that, and that was the only save that I was going to reasonably do that without just dragging myself across the map with dev tools.
Makes sense.
So I did not like Gourmand's campaign. You know that
What's
thing that I do
Gourmand's
all the time?
ability? He needs more food.
He needs more food, he throws harder, jumps less high, and is very heavy.
Yeah, that sounds like a pain with all the platforming.
Well, he only jumps slightly less high. It's really not that much of a disadvantage. The disadvantage comes when the frequency of your jumps has to be reduced because
Uh,
Gourmand gets exhausted if you jump too much. Oh, it's so annoying.
yeah, sounds really rough. All of
Because
a
like
sudden you
just
can't move
yeah,
around.
like you throw one spear. If you are going to fight something, you have to full commit. You can't just like give up halfway through and run away because you throw one spear and you are in it. Like you are exhausted from having thrown one spear. Because that's the drawback for like the extra damage. You throw really hard one time and that's it. All your other throws will be like reduced damage.
So best character if you can hit your shots.
Yeah. Pretty good if you can hit your shots. He can also craft. So he can like he can build a nuke. It's a really complicated recipe, but he can just straight up build a nuke. Like you've seen me
Mm.
use the egg in the Broken campaign, right?
Um, maybe.
It like sucks everything into a gravity bomb.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that. Gourmand can craft those.
Oh,
Yeah, which is like a ridiculously powerful ability, but you can only use it if you can actually get the resources to do it, which is
the trick.
less than easy.
Yeah, can't imagine they. Rain World does not seem like the type to be so generous with giving players nukes.
No, yeah, you need basically lore-wise, they're made using void fluid, which I guess they have confirmed that the karma flowers are void. Hornet is void, confirmed. Um, because you use those to craft them. So like
Hmm.
there's this like really weird like string of connections required to make that in-lore observation correct. The first one is that um, in Rivulet's campaign, you get an item called the Mass Rarefaction Cell, which sucks up matter, tosses it into the void, which it contains void fluid in it, so that you can do that, and then uses the energy produced by the void consuming the matter that you put into it to produce energy.
Mm-hmm.
This thing, you get as Rivulet, you can like have it be crushed. Like if you get eaten by a Leviathan while you have the rarefaction cell in your hands, it will cause like a singularity explosion, like the kind of explosion that the singularity bombs make. So that leads you to believe that the singularity bombs have void in them from presumably mass rarefaction cells that have been scavenged.
I need to watch a whole video on Rain World lore.
Oh, it's super complicated, but very fun.
It always seems real cool. Oh, buddy, you immediately spawned.
Yeah, for a game that is like 90% wander around, fight, kill enemies, the lore is really, really deep.
I like a good game with a lot of lore. My favorite game forever and all. Well, I really like Dragon Age lore because I think
Age?
I think it has a lot of cool little concepts.
What's your favorite lore cookie?
Hmm. Probably. I don't know how spoiler, much you care about with Dragon Age.
I don't care at all. Hey, YouTube viewers, Dragon Age spoilers.
I just really like how it was recently revealed that like the Elven Pantheon was basically evil and has some connections to the current arch what are they called? Archdemons? Do they call them archdemons in Dragon Age? Yes, they do. And with the old gods of Tevinter, I just like that there's the connection there.
That is pretty nifty.
Yeah.
Are the elves supposed to be good or bad in any way?
The elves, basically their lore is they had a whole civilization set up, and humans came and just, did the human thing, destroyed it.
Yeah, average
And
human elf.
yeah,
That. Go that way.
and just enslaved them and made it such that they forgot their entire culture. So there's a bunch of elves trying to kind of like,
Seriously.
find out what they can, what's left over.
I like that. That's
And
cool.
yeah. So the elves are supposed to be good.
They're the underdogs, sort of.
You see a lot of parallels to like, any culture that experienced major diasporas.
That's cool. Yeah.
Um,
Y'all, what are you doing? Okay. I got villagers. I gotta breed them.
nice. I'm just gonna shave a couple logs off the top of this tree. Make a couple ladders so I can get to the bottom of the spawner.
That is a reasonable endeavor to undertake. Okay,
And then
I
once
need
that's done,
bread.
should be. Bread is great. You ever made homemade bread?
I have. It's killer.
Yeah. You can do it so badly, and it still turns out pretty okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, it is bread after all.
Yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'll just be out here if you need me. Good thing them a trap door so no one goes swimming.
Damn, I just realized how much sand Anthony cut.
How much did Anthony do?
Not a ton, but it must have taken like 20 minutes of digging.
Jeez. Have you seen what I did on the modded world that I was playing before?
No, I have not.
I built my house on a plateau, like
Ooh.
really quite a high plateau,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a second higher plateau on top of that that had this like really cool like stone like curved wall that was like really symmetrical. So I was like, okay, build my house up there, then we'll build a mine colonies village down below by the arch, like by the curved wall. So one day, while I decided I needed to turn off my brain, I just
Mhm.
flattened the entire plateau except for like the stone curved
Okay.
wall. So it's like this like 200 by like 400 block area that's just like completely flat now.
Are you still playing Mine Colonies? Or was that
Yes. Yeah, whenever I feel like playing modded, I'm still getting on there.
nice?
Alright. I need to wait for them to bang. Because I need the extra villagers. I need 3 more. Because I need to make iron farm. I would like to get that set up tonight, but depending on how long
That's
the villagers take, it might be
yeah.
it's a little after 1 now.
Yeah, it is.
So that might be a hold off type of deal. Type of situation. I also don't know what Amaranda wants to do. I don't know if she's gonna want her own. Um, yeah, I don't know if she's gonna want her own iron farm or if she's gonna want to share. So I might wait, because if she wants to share, she's gonna want to help build it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. What else do I have to do with these boyos over here? I've got villagers. What the hell else did I need villagers for? I was gonna maybe work on a creeper farm. Okay, so you need to
Aw,
like,
man.
you need cats for those, right?
Um,
You probably don't need them. They'll probably wander into the holes on their own.
I
Not
I
as efficient.
generally don't know how to set up most farms.
Um,
Again,
I don't remember the exact sizes. Creeper farm, I think, is like, it's a circle, and you put carpet in like strategic places, and you put like trap doors on the roof, I think. Bless you.
thank you.
And then the carpets prevent the spiders from spawning, and the trap doors prevent anything but creepers from spawning. Any of the upright standing mobs, that is. And then for maximum efficiency, you have them fall off the outside edge, and you put cats in the center, so that it chases all the creepers off to the outside, and then they fall off. Plus L plus ratio.
Um,
So I don't think I'm going to be doing that design. I think I'm going to be going with something a little more lightweight because I don't have a cat supply. That's a bit
yeah,
of a
no,
pain in the
that
ass.
makes sense.
Yeah. I think you can make an iron farm into a cat farm, but I just don't know how, you know? I can't, I don't know how to maximize cat spawns so that I could tame more cats. Because I know, like, I've seen
Mm-hmm.
cats spawn from iron farms, and then the way I had it set up, they could, like, literally just escape at the bottom. Because it was like, underneath the signs, like, the lava was, like, 2 blocks up in the air,
Mm-hmm.
so that the item drops wouldn't get burned. I know what I can do,
I'm
though. I can go mine quartz to get 30 levels. I can make an
yeah, you
enchantment.
can. I don't know the um specifics of how good an economy ends up happening on the server,
Yeah.
but you could definitely, I could see selling, having a cat store being profitable.
That would be tough.
You could
Because,
just
like,
have
they
people pick their
despawn.
own cats.
Cats despawn.
Oh,
Yeah. So I could
hmm,
potentially put, like, I could get people to put in orders, maybe. And I can bring them an untamed cat of the variety that they choose. God, my hand is itchy.
I mean, I can't imagine people will want too many cats.
Black cat would be too expensive. Because they're really rare until full moons. If you really want one, go on chunk base, find where a witch's hut's gonna spawn.
You know, maybe I should do something like that. Why is my on it? Oh, I probably have to be up by it, don't I?
Danny wanted to find a slime chunk with a witch's hut in it, I think, for some reason. To set up like the ultimate mob farm.
Sure.
Because, like, witches spawn more frequently at witches' huts.
Yeah.
And they can drop, like, redstone and glowstone and bottles and sugar and all that shit.
They're a useful farm.
Yeah. They are, the only non-glitched infinite glass bottle. Because you can get infinite sand, it's just really
A
glitchy.
glitch.
Yeah. Have you seen an obsidian farm?
I have not.
Okay, so what you do is, you... This is fucking ridiculous. You set up a wither on the entrance, like, obsidian platform,
Oh, I
and you
think
set
I
up, like,
have.
a hopper system to catch the obsidian, and then you have
Hmm.
something constantly dropping into the portal. I think you have a snow golem shooting snowballs into the portal somehow in order to be constantly regenerating the obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
It's absurd. The thing is the most ridiculous machine ever, and it ruins the end portal. So only so much you can do on that front. But that's how you get infinite obsidian. I seem to recall something about the end portal for infinite sand. I don't remember why. I don't remember the specifics of that in any way whatsoever. End portal is a really, really glitchy part of the game, it would seem.
Yeah. I always feel like it's been glitchy.
Maybe they want it that way.
I think it's just something I haven't really had much reason to touch.
Yeah.
And, players don't always want glitches fixed.
Yeah. Well, the other thing about the glitches with the end portal is a lot of them are really, really hard to exploit.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it requires, like, hours worth of setup to set up some of these stupid things, and it's like, jeez.
Yeah, if you put that much time and effort into figuring out how it worked,
Yeah. If you're willing to put that much time and effort into getting infinite obsidian, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to cast your friend's entire house into it.
Yeah.
Or
Maybe I
like
should
that.
figure out how that works.
Things that you don't say to Joe.
I already have shenanigan plans.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're already also really expensive.
Big fan of Shenanifan. Shenanifan. I already said the word fan, idiot. It's like right over here. Where my tunnel at? I don't want to fight the hoglins. Oh dear lord. There it is. There it is. Freaking hoglins, bro. Hate those guys. Terrible house guests.
Yeah, they really.
Not even in my house, and I know that. Oh.
Well, the spawner farm works. I think it'd work better if I didn't have bedrock here.
You can fix it next time Danny gets on.
Yeah.
That would be my take, at least.
Yeah. I don't want to send them up. That's extra work for a farm that's... Well, it won't be obsolete, because I need tons of bone meal.
Yeah.
I need like 16,000 pieces of bone meal.
So the weird thing is, you know how a skeleton farm is an arrow farm?
Yeah.
And you can get XP from it?
Yes.
Consider also, villager farm is also an arrow farm. And you get XP from it.
You know what? It's probably more efficient too.
Villagers are crazy XP sources.
Villagers are probably the most OP thing in the game, but like Minecraft, kind of hard to be overpowered.
True. Until you get into modded stuff. And it's easy. It's as simple as installing Project E.
Yeah.
I do like that mod a lot, though.
A lot of the best mods were overpowered. Witchery, if you knew how the custom potion crafting recipes worked, was pretty overpowered.
True. Was that the mod where you could make lots of illicit drugs?
No.
Okay, that was a different one.
No, there was like a moonshine recipe, and that's about it.
I remember watching Mayanite Season 2 as it came out back in the day. They were crafting all kinds of weird concoctions. All sorts of strange nonsense.
No, what you could do is you could, and this was by far and away my favorite aspect of the mod, is you could make these potions and add like individual effects to each potion.
Oh my god.
Edit the duration, edit the strength, and obviously the more potion effects you added on, the more expensive it was, going up to costing like diamonds and a nether star.
Alright. Gonna do an enchantment. It
Yeah.
says Unbreaking 3, which we all know is a bad idea,
Hmm.
but
You get some good stuff.
I got Unbreaking 3. Son of a bitch. Fucking scam!
I feel like they should change the enchanting system just a little bit.
Yeah. I need to make a grindstone now.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
just do like 4. Also gonna make a stone cutter. Do I need regular stone for stone cutter?
I don't know.
I guess I do.
Stonecutter was after 1.7 point, so my knowledge drops way down. Again, when Witchery died, so did a
standard.
lot of my interest.
That's entirely
I
reasonable.
I just really liked that I could put a farm, like a crop farm, in a bottle and
Yeah, that is
throw it.
extraordinarily based.
Yeah. And there was like other ways to like make it a gas or a liquid, or make it such that you could put it on like a sword, so if anyone used the sword, they'd get these potion effects.
Man, is that cool.
Yeah. I was crazy about it.
Understandably.
Yeah.
Efficiency 3. Okay, that's gonna have something good attached to it. It's not ideal for efficiency, but hopefully that means it's got Fortune 3 on it. And probably Unbreaking 3.
I'm killing these skeletons with a Fortune 3 shovel.
That's something.
It's because since they're falling on the bedrock, they're all
Y'all,
not one hit from death.
I need you to do the thing, please. I need more people.
Beeple.
I need more people. Gonna replace the floor here with stone. Or am I? I've had an idea. So if I give these guys each a 2-block wide cell, and that's where the thing will go. Yeah. So then this would be a wall, bed, thing, wall. So this would go here. And I have room for one more, maybe? Bed, station, wall, bed, station, wall. No, I don't have room for one more. I can do 4 on the top floor. Okay. Does leave a little room for stairs. Okay. I gotta go get the goodies. These dudes are exceedingly not happy about the position that they're in, so I might try to get them some jobs.
Sounds like a good idea.
What do I need? Like a smithing table and a grindstone? Does that sound about right?
A loom.
A loom is to sell wool, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. A loom. We're gonna do, I think, armor. I think armor has the best chance of buying iron.
Yeah, probably.
which I will eventually
Selling
want.
iron?
Yes.
I guess if you're making an iron farm.
Yep. That's the plan. Give the man villager iron. You two are going to have a shared space for now.
They were roommates.
They really were. Alright, what do you got? Brown wool, gray wool. Yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah.
White wool, that'll work. You, terrible. I want to sell coal so I can sell iron. Back over here. Jeez. This is a toolsmith. What is armor smith? It doesn't really matter. It's almost the same chances anyway, I think. Alright, ye get. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Mental gen?
Mental gen. How did I do that? Big brain mode activated for a moment.
You gotta love those times.
Those times where the brain
For once.
completely shuts down.
When your brain... Oh, I was gonna say whenever your brain... Whenever a nerve hits the corner just right and bounces perfectly.
Would be nice if that ever happened for me. It's one of those things where it's like, wow, that would be really nice.
Only on Tuesdays.
I will want to come back and replace this with fence.
I'm so close to 30 levels.
Alright, how many potatoes do I need? It's like 14 potatoes per child.
I have no clue.
I'm just gonna throw a shitload of potatoes at them.
That's exactly what I do.
39 potatoes incoming. I gave them a bunch of bread. They should have had enough, but you know. There you go, guys. You just chucked that shit. Oh my god. Oh. Exclusive documentary right here. Look at him go. Ah, there's the kiddo. Very cool. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, arty cookie.
Excuse me. Did you just open this door? I don't like that. Child's gonna get them killed by a baby zombie. My words. Right. Fence time. I've got one of them. Utterly incredible. Where's my sticks at? There we are. Could we get some fences? That's maybe enough. Okay, let's go. Excuse me?
You're excused.
Child sleeping in very wrong place.
Yeah?
Child was like, you know where I'm gonna sleep? I'm gonna sleep in this place where only I can get out of, so that one of my parents will have to leave to
In
sleep.
this place where destinies are made.
Yeah, something like that.
So you just found like a little cubby. Dang.
No, so the other villagers are trapped. Like, the adult villagers cannot leave. The baby villager is the only one who can leave. There's only 2 beds in there, and the baby villager decided to sleep in one of the beds in there.
I see.
Okay, so in order to fix this, come over here. I break baby villager bed. Buddy, you're not gonna sleep in my bed. You're gonna sleep in that bed. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go break my bed.
Love villagers. Best mob. Ooh, what is my favorite mob?
Go on, bud.
I do have a soft spot for
Good.
what's their names? Pigs,
Go.
but kinda cheating with them.
Kinda got built-in cuteness going on. Those dudes.
Yeah.
Alright.
I need to take
Everyone is now in
no.
bed. I fixed the problem. Everyone now has a bed. And I put my own bed down in there. My brain fell off. Ah, good. The zombie's here.
My favorite.
That's my favorite kind of moment right there.
Wait, can I cook chess? You can cook chess. Good.
That's like the least efficient possible way to cook.
Yeah,
That's 2
not an
whole
efficient.
logs per 1 item cooked.
But I got 2 steaks already. I only used up 2 chess eating these steaks.
Oh my god. Heavy's ammunition.
Let's see. Ladders. I don't need ladders.
Those are probably a little better.
Maybe.
Math is way
We
more
have a.
complicated on those
Do we
dudes.
have a data pack that leaves the. No. Oh boy, punch 1.
I guess that's what you get on the first enchantment with a bow.
Yeah. Alright.
Because, like, the first enchantment at level is always the same the first time, right? Like on a new world.
I have no idea.
I know, or at least I think that that is the case because of speedrunning. Speedrunners save their first enchantment for a trident because the first trident enchantment at level 30 gets channeling.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
No, I don't know much about speedrunning. I just put O in click the level 30 enchantment.
Yep. There's supposedly a way that you can find your enchanting seed, and then you can use, like, RNG manipulation to force yourself to get the enchantments you want. Because, like,
Sounds
yeah,
sounds like a lot.
there's like a number of different factors that change your enchanting seed. and it's like picking up a stack of items or dropping a stack of items or sprinting, or it's just like a bunch of random bullshit. It's so weird. But basically, you use this like enchantment cracker to crack your enchantment seed so that you know what seed you
Mhm.
have. And then you then essentially tell it what enchantments you want on your item, and it will tell you like what you need to do to manipulate the RNG to get to the enchantment seed that will give you the enchantment that you want. And it's like, oh my god.
Damn.
So you basically do like 3 rounds with this thing where you do like this enchantment, and then you don't do anything, and you do the next enchantment, and then you don't do anything again, and then you do the next enchantment.
Will.
And then it goes, this is the enchantment seed you have. And you go, okay, now, with this enchantment seed, I want to get this. I want to get a Power 4 Infinity Unbreaking 3 Punch 2 Flame 1 bow from the enchanting
Mhm.
table. And then it says, okay, here's what you do. Drop 12 stacks of items. Then sprint for 31 ticks. Then enchant your bow. And then you enchant it again. And that's how you get it.
Yeah, that sounds like a speedrunner thing.
I don't know if speedrunners would have time to run anything like that.
Seems like something they'd find trying to find other glitches, though.
Yeah, all achievement speedrunners be like.
Yeah.
Is using a loyalty trident an advancement?
I have no idea.
Because I know, like, the reason that they get the channeling one is because channeling is an advancement. You hit, like, a villager with channeling. I don't know. Shit's very, very extremely complicated.
Yeah. It's the things people do always stuns me.
Yeah, seriously,
Yeah.
like, people, like, go and find the most insane shit in games, and you just go, how? How did you do that?
Yeah. I don't
Also,
understand glitch hunting.
how the hell did this
either.
sheep get out of here? What? Can the sheep jump on top of the carpets? Baby
I
sheep?
don't know. Our cows haven't jumped.
Whatever. I've got one sheep in the cow pen.
Shoot.
They'll live. Okay. Seeds, seeds, seeds.
Can't see.
Oh, there we go. I probably don't need 3 stacks of wheat seeds ever.
No. The only time I needed that much sweet seeds was when Tanya was going.
Ah,
And even then,
Botania.
Tanya's another mod I have a lot of nostalgia for.
Yeah, it's really complicated, and it has an enormous library of items,
Yeah.
which is cool. But I just simply don't know my way around it. Like, I've never played a mod pack where Botania featured heavily and you needed it to progress. So I just
Yeah,
don't
no, I
know.
get you.
I just don't
At
know what the hell
least
I'm doing.
with Botania, you have like a book
Yeah,
that'll help you out. Witchery, like there are books, do not help you out.
yeah.
What is this?
I've so in the
Okay, what are
In
you setting up down here?
the modded game I'm playing,
Uh-huh.
I have been desperately avoiding trying to make the power mod work with refined storage because they really do not get along. Like, basically, it's tiered crafting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool until you need to do, like, advanced stuff. Like, if I want the highest level of item in
Yeah.
Powa, I need to make, like, 1,000,000 of the first level item. And it has its own, like, crafting machine thing, the, like, energy orb. But the thing is, it can take more than one item. Which means if you just set up the crafter to, like, craft it, it just doesn't. It just, like, shoves, like, a bunch of items in there that don't make a crafting recipe, and then it doesn't craft. And it's like, ah, that's really great.
Yikes. Mod interactions was always the best and worst part. Sometimes they work together so well, and they all love each other and get along.
Like mechanism and refined storage and applied
Yeah.
energistics. Bit of a love
And
triangle there.
other times they hate each other.
Yes, they most certainly do sometimes. Like Project E and any other progression mod.
Yeah. Project E, definitely. Just rewrote.
Project E is a very controversial mod, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think
I
it's
mean,
very convenient for the extreme end game. So
I
I like to change the crafting recipes to make it so that I can access it extremely end game.
for a lot of mods like that, Draconic Evolution,
Oh my
I
god.
remember being super controversial.
Yeah, that it is.
Some people didn't even like Witchery because there were two things I know people complained about in Witchery. Number one was there was this armor set, really hard to get, really end game, but let you hit through armor.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
That's kind of
people did
insane.
not like that.
Oh,
Um,
so oh, do you have more to go on about Witchery?
not. Oh, the other thing was there was another boss you had to defeat. Actually, a lot easier to do, but it allowed you to get this little, basically a little wand that if you shot someone with it, you could just send them to a maze.
Oh, that's great.
It was pretty great, but
I can
instant
understand
ends.
why people wouldn't like it, but it's also fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, but they
So
live.
we had a
Mhm.
server set up for hunting Danny
Yes,
for a time.
never actually hunted them.
No, we didn't, unfortunately, because Danny got out of the
Got
grinding mood
busy.
early on, which is
Yeah.
fine, but would have liked to try the PvP out in extremely modded. So
Yep.
I was using Botania to get a late game item that makes it so that like one attack to you dealt every like 5 seconds or whatever gets
Hmm.
copied and dealt to your attacker.
Dang.
So essentially, we had Mahu Sakai on that mod pack. And what that meant was Danny was going to make the insta-kill sword that deals like 1,000,000,000 damage, and then they'd come after me with it. And I would just let it happen.
Oh
I also had
yeah.
I also had another item from I think this one's from Cyclic. It's called the Soul Stone. And it's essentially made with like 1,000,000,000 totems von dying,
Mm-hmm.
and it prevents you from dying. Like, based on durability. So if you had mending, you could fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I never got to test it, but I'm pretty sure if they came at me with the insta-kill damage sword, it would have just insta-killed them instead.
Yeah, I remember Anthony had a similar setup, didn't he? With
I
a
think
like
so.
Batania tape that splits
Yeah.
damage.
Funny.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
gonna need
some
a...
crazy PvP stuff you can get up to in modded.
Yes, there is. I'm gonna need some...
Here, I'm gonna get off the server. I'm gonna chat a little bit because I went and Googled and found a witchery spiritual successor, and there's like a
Oh,
million of them.
well,
But
yeah.
I want to just poke at it. I haven't seen this one.
I'm probably not gonna be on for much longer. I'm gonna try to get my
No, I'm
auto
definitely
sheep
not.
farm set up before I get off. That's gonna be over here, I think.
I hope you get a lot of netherite. Right? Ugh.
Man, I felt that.
Netherite.
Current idea is I sell
Netherite? Or wool?
wool. I'm gonna sell the...
That could work.
What? Dicks? I'm gonna sell the wool to the villagers. Don't mind my casual extreme confusion. Okay. So then the redstone goes here, and then the dispenser goes on top of there, and then Bob's your uncle, auto sheep farm. I need to set up the hoppers to the chest. Chest to go here. Oh shit, I need minecart hoppers, don't I? The answer is yes. Yes, I do. It's gonna have to go down another block. Alright. Time to hemorrhage more iron on this.
It wouldn't.
Need to make tracks. Need to make another set of hoppers. Two minecarts. Ooh. I'm using so much iron. Okay. Then the
Well,
track.
luckily you'll have that farms pretty soon.
Yeah. Ideally I would.
Yeah. And iron farm's pretty great.
Iron farms are fantastic. I've always been a huge proponent of iron farms. Because they're just so good.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the better farms to set up.
Yeah. Especially this early on. You can just use iron tools now without having to, like, go mining. Like, it just gets iron tools to be your default tool set, which is just good. Oh, goodness. My body's rejecting me. Me and my body don't often get along.
I feel that. I big feel that.
I am sorry for you. Okay. Now I can reach the wool. Easily peasily. Then I just need dispensers, which means I just need to get string, which means I just need nighttime, which means I just need to stand here. Suppose I could harvest my bamboo and then sit here and watch it grow. That would be entertaining. Right, YouTube? Did you see the... Ouch. Did you see the new Twitch rules that they were gonna roll out?
I have not. I don't usually. I'm not huge on Twitch.
Yeah, that's fine. Did this dude grow up in there? Oh, you fucking idiot. Come on. They want to,
Mhm.
like, get rid of a bunch of sponsorship types, basically. They wanted to make certain types of sponsor placements and ad placements only available to Twitch itself, which is like bad.
Oh.
Yeah, so like you know how esports tournaments have like banner ads all over the place?
Yeah.
They wanted to trash that. So they were essentially taking like this massive bunch of revenue that they get from esports tournaments and then just throw it in the trash because they aren't also getting their ad spots from them. Which is kind of,
Awful.
yeah, not good business practices, as I like to say.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of companies be doing that these days.
Yep. I saw someone compare the Discord username changes to the changes on the YouTube platform and the Twitch platform recently, and I'm like, it's not that bad. You can keep your old username.
Yeah.
I changed mine today. It's fine.
I I was planning on doing it at the end.
Changes nothing about my user experience at all. Except now people can just search for me instead of having to know my number code.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's better or worse, to be honest. Because now people can find me. Now they can find me.
It's good if you're streaming.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone. Well, I guess I kind of have a gimmick name.
It's me, Bracket.
Yeah. But, like, that might just mean there will be a lot of people. Like, I just don't see that being a huge issue for
Honestly,
me.
no. Like, it sucks if you have a popular username
Hmm.
and someone had Nitro and made their account 2 months after you and they get to claim it. Like, that
Yeah.
sucks. But, it is what it is. Changing one's username is a little bit of a small change in the grand scheme.
I wonder if they're even let me keep mine.
That's a good question. Spider detected. Charlie mode
Spider.
activated. I don't like how much my screen fucking shakes and shimmies when I get hit. Okay, so I see people on the Minecraft subreddit dunking on Minecraft Bedrock all the time.
Mhm.
Every time someone posts like a bug that they found in Java, at the bottom of the post in the comments is someone saying, "Ah, looks like they're making Java more like Bedrock."
People really
Improving
hate Java.
parity.
And like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but
Yeah, it's it's a different game. Like it's built on a different base than the one
yeah.
I'm used to. So it's like it freaks me out a little bit that they're choosing the Bedrock side of things over the Java side of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I bet one day they'll merge them, or maybe.
I just
I
hope
wonder
they
if they'll
choose.
keep.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they choose Java as like the main technical side. So I hope they changed Bedrock's like Redstone technicals to match Java's, because if they change the way Redstone works completely in Java to the way it works in Bedrock, which is objectively worse,
Hmm.
um, I'll probably just play modded the last version of Java for the rest of time.
I'm sure they'll keep. I feel like they'd keep Java over Bedrock. I just don't see them supporting both
What the dicks?
forever.
Uh,
I guess they could. Not unreasonable for a dev company to support 2 games,
yeah,
but
it'd be
you
nice
know,
if they acknowledged that they aren't exactly the same game.
yeah, yeah, they're not.
It's Microsoft. What can you expect?
Yeah, a little bit.
They can hardly handle having more than one version of an operating system bumming around.
Yeah,
Ow.
they keep trying to get me to update to Windows 11, and like I'm going to because you basically have to at some point.
Yeah,
But I just don't appreciate being like, hey, update.
coerced. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really upset.
Oh my
My
god.
phone was like, hey, this phone is getting updated in X days. You get no choice in like what time it happens.
Yeah. I I usually just update them as soon as I get the notification about it, because it's like, what am I gonna
Yeah,
do? It's inevitable. It's gonna update. I might as well just choose the time and place.
yeah, pretty much.
I usually just like, whenever an update shows up, I usually just fucking go for it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's
Yeah,
nice. It's nice having my system the way that I want it to be at the time. But in the end, it's gonna change anyway, so why not just get used to the new one sooner rather than later?
that's fair. That's entirely reasonable. No need to drag your feet.
Yeah. I drag my feet about enough things. System updates don't need to be one of them.
Yeah. Speaking of dragging feet, I should probably get to bed.
Yup.
Yeah. Nice chatting with you.
Mm-hmm. As
See ya.
always, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have a good
See ya when I
falafeling
see ya.
asleep.
I will. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. See ya.
Good night. Okay. I'm not seeing much in the way of spiders, and I still haven't gotten any string, which is abysmal as far as luck goes. I do want to get that fucking farm set up, but it's been almost all night, and there's just nothing. Game is not serving me the spiders that I asked for. I specifically said extra spiders, thank you. Yeah, not seeing much. There's a lot of creepers, though. I think they don't do anything. That was a real creepers moment right there. That one will make a fun clip. Freak people out. Okay, I've been down in the caves. There's one over there, it seems. I don't know if I've been over there, have I? I don't think I have. Ugh. No string for bows for dispensers for automatic sheep farm. Sag. Set up a Fletcher villager just so I can get an extra bow. That will be a fun one. Alright, yeah, oh, there's a spider over there. So I'm probably gonna do this a little bit of work between episodes here. I'm probably going to grind out the creeper farm off stream because it's gonna be a lot of me silently humming and hawing and typing things and looking at diagrams and yeah, not great content. So I'll probably do that off stream, and I will also probably finish my sheep farm off stream as well, because incredible. Well, I could just take this guy's bow. Any more skeletons? No. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, actually, I can finish this tonight. I can finish these tonight by using the bow that I already have. Me sacrificing my tool bow to be used in the sheep farm. You know what? Check this out. There we go. I did it. Mission accomplished. 2 bows. 2 bows chilling in a hot tub. Alright, here we go. Almost ready. What else? That's all. That should be all. Dispenser. Dispenser. And now I just get the sheep in there and build the thing. This can go back there. Make my shears. Yeah. Now we're grooving. My poor pants. Fire protection not gonna last much longer, is it? Alright, I need to get white sheep out here because white sheep are the ones whose wool I'm selling. So, there we go. Come on. There we go. Alright, I got 2 of these guys out. I need wheat. That's wheat. Then blocks in the offhand. Actually, we'll swap. Hey, guys. Hey there, guys. How we doing? Let's say, theoretically, I was gonna build something for you, Mr. Sheep. What would you think then? What if I told you that this thing was gonna let you eat grass all day long, all the time. I need glass, don't I? Shoot. Because this needs to grow. This needs to grow grass. I mean, like, I have glass. I just need to go get it. How much glass do I have? 7. That's enough. That's enough for me to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. Boom. Okay. Then back here, you go there, you go there. Shears in the doodads. You go in there. Right. Yeah, very good. Very cool, very cool. That guy's gone over there. I just want to double check that that's gonna work, right? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Cool, cool, cool. You, come this way. Yeah, come right over here. Perfect, perfect. Now, go in there. Boom. Sheep farms. Built. Mission accomplished. Torches. Yeah, that's 2. That is a 2-sheep farm right there. Okay. Yeah, between episodes, I will probably do a bit of grinding up. We're gonna get the iron farm. Actually, I could probably do the iron farm on stream. I don't know. Depends when I start doing other stuff. But, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, people. If you want to see more of my content, you can check me out on Twitch, where you can watch these episodes live as I make them. And if you want to get notified whenever I upload a new video, you should subscribe to my YouTube and turn on the notifications. There should be a playlist on screen, so if you missed the first episode and you want to watch that, check that out there. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the future. Goodbye, people.